As the 1960s dawned, it was apparent that Woodbury wasn't going to stay a small farming community. With the success of Woodbury Heights, the town board continued to attract developers by bringing utilities like sewer and water to new areas.
The city embraced development. They didn't reject it or throw it away. They embraced the development.
But development got a big boost from an unlikely neighbor when one of Minnesota's largest companies built their international headquarters in nearby Maplewood.
3M people needed places close by to live, and I think they enjoyed the open atmosphere that existed yet, but of course they wanted to be in a home and a development with city sewer and water.
3M being here created a pool of well-paid, educated, professional people who wanted to live near work. And so developers saw that, and that started to set a tone for quality development in the city.
By the 1970s, Woodbury's population had blossomed to more than 6,000 residents, but it was still primarily a rural community. Bringing the urban and farming communities together was a challenge that both sides embraced.
3M was a big catalyst in that coming together because 3M always preached the civic duty of its employees who moved to Woodbury became a part of working with everyone in Woodbury too.
Woodbury continued to flourish throughout the 1970s, building more housing, schools, and shopping areas.
The population of Woodbury in 1977 was about 7,000 people, and there were very few jobs here, and there were no signals in the whole city of Woodbury at that time.
But that wouldn't last long due to Woodbury's location and its welcoming attitude towards developers. These factors made it more enticing for businesses to invest in the community.
Woodbury was really a popular place to grow at that time, I think for probably 3 reasons. First of all, the freeway system had been completed in this area, and so you had I-94, 494, 694 all in place. And then secondly, if a developer was looking to purchase land and develop, the city was supportive of that. And the city felt it could be supportive for the third reason, which was that they had a plan in place and they knew where they could accommodate development, how they would accommodate development.
A few years later, these 3 elements came together and allowed Woodbury to thrive.
Woodbury was at that particular time a fast-growing community, but in the 90s is when it really took off. Back in the early 90s, we were doing 16, 17, 18, 1900 houses a year.
Since that 90s growth, Woodbury has continued to progress thanks to careful planning. It's become a city of more than 65,000 and is considered one of the most livable cities in America. It owes much of its success to those early leaders and planners for laying the groundwork.
I think that they set that initial vision, and I think it was creative and out of the box, and it was a great vision because we haven't steered much from it.
Great leadership and planning will continue as Woodbury strives to remain an excellent community to live, work, and thrive.